All right, number 8, we're going to solve a word problem. It says if an object is dropped from an initial height h, its velocity at impact with the ground is given by v equals square root of 2gh. G is the acceleration due to gravity. H is the initial height. Part A, we're going to find the height in feet of an object if the velocity at impact is 47 feet per second. And it says assume that the gravity is G equal 32 feet per second squared, and we're going to round to the nearest hundredth of a foot. So basically what we want to do, sorry I put a W, need a V. Basically what we want to do is solve this equation for H. It's pretty much the same that we've been doing throughout this problem. H is here in the grouping symbol, so I'm going to square both sides. It's going to give me V squared equals, square cancels out the square root, 2GH. And then to solve for H, all of these are being multiplied. We're going to divide by 2GH. Sorry, divide by 2G. And that would divide out. So we get V squared divided by 2G equals H. And then from this point, we just plug in the values that we're given. So we are given, it says find the initial height if the velocity at impact is 47 feet per second. So in V, this is going to get squared. Divide that by 2 times G. G, it says gravity is 32 feet per second squared. So what's going to happen when you square this? You're going to have feet squared, second squared. Second squared here cancels out second squared. You have feet squared, divide out 1 feet, and we'll have our unit in our measurement in feet after everything divided out. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to do 47 squared divided by 64. So we're going to do 47 squared divided by 64. And that 64 is coming from 2 times 32. It wants us to round to the nearest hundred, so 2 decimal places. 34.52, because that 5 will round that 1 up. 34.52 unrounded. All right, part 2 says find the initial height in meters of an object if the velocity is 32 meters per second. Assume acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 meters per second. So same exact thing, just different units. Okay, so we've already gone through the process and solved for H, so we're still doing the same thing. This time the velocity is in meters per second, so we're looking at 32 meters per second. That's going to get squared. Velocity is squared 2g. Gravity is 9.8 meters per second squared. Okay, same thing. When you square this, you have second squared will cancel out. Meter squared, divide out 1 of the meters, and we'll have our unit in terms of meters. So we're going to do 32. We'll do a 32 squared going to divide by 2 times 9.8. And we want to round this one to the nearest tenth, so 1 decimal place. So we're looking at 52.2. That 4 will not round up. So roughly 52.2.